welcome back. Today we are doing a makeup tutorial for this look that I have today. I have again used my e.l.f. Spotlight Ready palette, but today I've used the eyeshadows and gone into a more in-depth review of the eyeshadows since I haven't used the eyeshadows from this palette in a video yet. So you guys can learn a little bit more about that and see how the eyeshadows go and how I created this look. Okay, so let's get started with makeup. I've just got freshly clean, moisturized skin. Nothing is on it yet. I decided I would go through everything with you guys this time. So I'm going to start out with my primer. Right now I'm using an ARGH primer. Just do like 2 and a bit pumps. And warm it up in my hands and then just smooth that out all over my entire face. I don't like, especially for just daily use, I don't like real heavy foundation. So right now I'm just using a BB cream. Maybelline Dream Fresh BB cream is what I use. It's the lightest color that they have. I'm pale, what can I say? And then I just like to use these makeup sponges. Put a little bit on the sponge at a time and then just kind of dab it into the area, into one little area at a time and then blend it all together. I like BB creams because they're kind of like an all-purpose. This one has SPF 30, it's oil-free, it's moisturizing, it's a good tone for my complexion to even out any redness or anything that I have. Kind of like a nice all-in-one to just even things out. It feels great on the skin, this one. I love it because it's nice and light, but it is moisturizing without being oily and greasy. Ignore the snoring in the background. It's my French bulldog. He's not sleeping, actually. That's just him breathing. It's kind of white noise to us now because we're used to it, but for anybody else, they're like, what is that? So yes, that is Karl. He makes audio appearances. We also have a West Highland White Terrier. She's much quieter. She breathes normal, you can't hear her. She makes noise in other ways. She thinks she's a guard dog. I've pressed the product in, like stippled it onto my skin and pressed the product into my skin, which again helps it last longer. But now I'm just gonna kind of blend it a little bit more in case there's any heavy areas. We also have a cat. So yes, 2 dogs and a cat. Cat isn't much work. She's a princess. She's a rag doll, a Blue Point rag doll. Her cat-like tendencies are nil. She is not quiet. She's not graceful, but she's beautiful and she's friendly and she's lovely and she's so fluffy and soft. Yes, those are our animals. So I'm going to now go in with some concealer. Again, I've just got ARGH for now. And this is in light. And I'm just gonna go under my eyes, just press it in. Just kind of conceal any of those mom bags that I may or may not have. And then I'm also just gonna use this as a bit of a highlighter to lighten up some of the other areas of my face because it is a little bit lighter than my natural skin tone. So it's kind of double duty. And going to get my cosmetic sponge in and just kind of blend that in a little bit more. I'm also going to get this pigmentation that I have here. It's just like a sunspot or something. I am now going to set everything with my translucent powder. This is just CoverGirl, their True Blend translucent powder. It's in translucent fair. This is a pressed powder. You can use loose, you can use pressed. And I'm just kind of pressing it in to set everything and make sure my BB cream and concealer doesn't move throughout the day. Everything's looking a little dull and very white now, so I'm going to fix my eyebrows first, and then I'll go in with some shading to give some life back to my face. So if you guys have watched me before, you know that I've lately been using this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Pro Kit. I love it. So I'm going to use the little applicator brush that it comes with, and I'm going to pick up some of the wax and apply it to my brows. And you can see the difference that just the wax makes. Kind of fills in, it keeps the brows in place all day, and there is a little bit of color to the wax, so it pigments them a little bit. If I'm doing like a super quick look, I don't even bother with the powder pigment, and I just do the wax. The wax itself is just enough to kind of do a quick trick. But for a full makeup look, you want them slightly more defined and a little bit darker. So I'm going to use the same brush still and pick up, just dab in the pigment, because a little bit goes a long way. And then just kind of dab it throughout the brow, because I don't want too much of the pigment concentrated on the inside of my brow. So this just amps them up a little bit without them being super crazy. Although, just like this, it does look a little crazy. But I'm not gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna take the little spirally end and comb through to blend so that they're not super crazy. Okay, brows are done. Now we're gonna add some life back to the face. I'm going to do some shading and stuff. My e.l.f. Spotlight Ready palette has, again, 40 eyeshadows, 5 blushes, and 5 bronzers. It's phenomenal. So much to choose from. I'm going to do my shading like I usually do with all of these various bronzers and blushes. So I'm just going to go in with a medium blush brush. This actually is a whole brush set. It's from Quo. There's a whole bunch of them. Most of the other brushes are double-ended. There's a couple other brushes. Nope, there's just one other brush in the set. It's a foundation brush. I don't like using a brush for foundation, so I never use that one. It was a cheap set that I got at Shoppers a while ago. It's been doing the trick, but I'm gonna go in with this medium blush brush and pick up my darkest bronzer shade and go in just in the hollows of my cheeks. I'm also going to take this under my jaw a little bit just to slim this part of my jaw out. hear my kids coming down. Hang on. Okay, see, real life, mom life. Let's finish this because right now I'm looking a little crazy. Also just going to go up here on my forehead and into my hairline. On the side of my nose, I'm just using my finger because I want a little bit more precise placement than with that giant brush. And I can blend it out a little bit. Now I'm gonna go in with one of the blushes, actually, the like highlight blush. This one here, this is the one that I just used for the darker shading. So I'm gonna use this highlight blush here to put some highlights in. And I like this blush shade. It doesn't have a lot of shimmer to it, but it's not totally matte either. So it works really well for key highlighting and shading like this. And my big fluffy kabuki brush. This I think I actually got with an Arbonne bronzer palette that I got ages ago. It's been done for years. I finished it a long time ago, but nothing wrong with the brush. Kept the brush, still using the brush, and I love it. And who doesn't love big fluffy brushes anyways? Come on. Next is eyes. I think today I'm going to go for kind of a sunset look maybe. So I am going to use these because I haven't played with these eyeshadows really all that much yet. So we'll see how these work out. And I think I'm gonna go with, I have used this shade, I used it for a date night with hubby one night. It's really pretty. I'm gonna go with this and maybe, is this the gold? No, this one right here. It looks a little bit more yellowy on camera than it actually is, but I think that would be a really nice pretty contrast. So I'm gonna go with those two, and then maybe this for my highlight shade. Again, my Quo double-ended brush. I like to use this one for the highlighters, especially this end, because it's nice and tiny and I can get into the inside corner without putting color everywhere. It actually is a really pretty highlight. I usually like to top off the excess shadow off my brush so that I don't get a whole bunch applied to the skin, or so that I don't get a lot of fallout. So I just give it a couple light little taps just to get rid of that excess. And I'm gonna go in with the smaller end, same shade, top it off, and go the inside corner of my eye. And then the little bit that's left of my brush, I like to just put in the bow of my lip here. And a little bit on the lower center of my lip. And take my blush brush again, the one that I used for the highlight shades, and just pick up a little bit of that again, and just further highlight on the top of my nose, the very top and into the temples, on my cheekbones, chin, and center of my forehead. Not a lot, just a little bit. It just gives a little bit further dimension to the highlighting that I did earlier. So there's the highlight. It's not like super shimmery, but it's there. It's really pretty, actually. I'm liking that. I'm just going to go all over my lid. This is really pretty. But I'm stopping at the crease. So when I finger swatched these the first time, when I first got the palette and I was just like playing really quickly, I thought they were pretty, but I didn't think they were all that pigmented. But they could be built up. But actually, this is not too bad. I like it. It's not bad at all. So there is the like goldy tone all over my lid. I'm now going to go in with one of my other eyeshadow brushes. This is another two-ended from that same Quo set. It's got like a little nubby tip on the one end and then like a fluffier angled brush, which I like to use in the crease but also for blending. But I'm going to use this end for more precise application in the crease. I'm just going to go a little bit at a time because it is darker and I don't know how this is going to apply at first with this brush. So that's in there. I'm going to blend it out a bit. Now see, it's not that dark anymore, but I do want to go in and put some on the outer corner of my lid. And I want to darken up this outer corner. And I'll bring it into the center and then kind of blend it towards the center more. I'm going to go in with, where's my other brush? With that gold again. There. I should use. I have a smaller, finer, angled brush. I'm gonna use this one. I want to go underneath the outer corner of my eye with this darker red. I'm not going all the way, just kind of halfway, keeping most of the color in the outside corner. And then I will take this end and blend it out a little bit more and smoke it out a bit. But it just gives some definition to underneath. Connect this a little bit more. So that's one. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, so my other eye is done. These eyeshadows, I will say they're not like the absolute best. I'm not blown away by them. But I mean, the colors are fantastic. Like I said, I haven't played with all of the colors. I will do more of that. I do have eyeshadows that blend easier. But you know, for $20, I got all the blushes, which I'm loving the blushes and the bronzers. I got all of that plus all of these colors for $20 in one palette. I can't really complain too much. And it's not like, you know, it's some super crazy high-end brand that you pay a whole ton of money for. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm just saying that they're not the most excellent shadows I've used, but they do the trick, and I do like the colors that came in this. But having said that, like, they're not terrible, just to be clear. They're good. They are. They're really good. I just wouldn't say they're like excellent. Honestly, these were my first e.l.f. eyeshadows, so it was a good way to try the brand too, I thought, to get all of those colors and all of those products for the first time trying the brand. That's my opinion on the shadows. And again, those are just those few colors. The highlight one I loved. Like, I love the highlight. It blended nicely. The color, the pigmentation was there. So I guess it just kind of also depends on the color. So I'll play with more, and I'm sure you'll see them in the videos some more. So next I'm going to do some eyeliner. I don't want a super obvious eyeliner line. So I'm just going to go in with, this is Elise Wattier Black Orchid eyeliner. It's really pretty. It's a black eyeliner, but it has like this purple shimmer glitter to it. I don't know if that's coming up on camera. Oh, there. So it's really pretty. So from afar and whatnot, it reads as black, but it's just a really nice difference rather than just being black. So I'm just gonna go in and tightline under my lash line, just to give more depth and volume to my lash line. So I'm just gonna go in underneath and just kind of wiggle the eyeliner in at the base of my lashes. Making sure not to go too far into the corner, because I don't want it to transfer to underneath. I really like this technique because it does just kind of plump up the lashes and give the eyes some dimension without having to do a full eyeliner look. You can see the difference between the two eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and make my other eye match. And now I'm going to go in with my Physicians Formula Organic Wear Mascara in Fake Out. I love it. I love the brush. I don't get any irritation from it. And it gives my lashes enough volume. I have super long eyelashes. I just need the volumizing and the color, because my eyelashes are so fair and fine, and the tips are blonde. So as soon as I put mascara on, they look longer anyways. So there's the lower lashes. I'm going to curl my upper lashes. Normally I would do this before I do my mascara on my lower lashes, but I forgot. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do it right now. Now I'm going to go in with my mascara on my top lashes. And just wiggle it right in at the base, and it'll kind of blend in with that tight lining that I did. So there's one eye, and that's just one coat. I love this brush. It's huge, but the bristles are really short. so I don't get any of that mascara transfer on like the rest of my lid or anything like that. And because they are like the plasticky bristles, not the actual like brush bristles, I find that it pulls less of my eyelashes. I like to keep my eyelashes. So that's one coat, and this mascara does not clump at all. I have never ever had any clumping with it. And I also like too that this still keeps my lashes nice and soft. It doesn't get all like crusty and hard, and my lashes stay looking like lashes and feeling like lashes. Last coat on my right eye. And I like too, because of this brush, you can get in and get the shorter ones right in the corner without getting mascara everywhere else. So eyes are done. We are going to finish up with a little bit of blush. And I think we call it a day. I'm going to use the e.l.f. blush, this middle pink here. I love it. It is much brighter in the palette than it actually goes on, but it just really gives your face that like awake and lively and cheery look. And I'm just going on the apples of my cheeks. And then blend it up a bit. There is that. Okay, so I've got my lip products now. I'm going to use today my NYX Liquid Suede Matte Lipstick in Soft Spoken. But then I'm going to top it off with my Almay Liquid Lip Balm in Blooming. I like to just put this over top for like an everyday look, to give a little bit of shine and not make it not so drying, because matte lipsticks can be a little bit dry. I love these NYX Liquid Suede lipsticks though. I also have Tea and Cookies, which is a really nice soft pink. Great again for neutral everyday wear. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. I also love this e.l.f. palette for the mirror. This whole top is a mirror, so I mean it's a really good size mirror. I didn't use any liner or anything, as you can see. I find I don't really need to with these. The color stays pretty well and pretty much where you put it. I'm going to then, like I said, just top it off with a little bit of gloss, and it'll just change the color slightly to make it a little bit more of a pink. And give it some shine and make it less drying, like I said too, because this lipstick will dry down matte. It didn't look matte at the time. It deepens the color a little bit too when I put this over top. Okay, so that is the look all done today. Thanks for watching, guys. I was glad I could share a little bit more of an in-depth look at the shadows from the e.l.f. Spotlight Ready palette. If you travel or anything, this is fantastic, and $20, again, fantastic deal. Grab one palette for traveling and you've got countless looks. So that is it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I will be back with another video soon. Brow prep and bleh. So if you've been watching me lately, you know that I've been using... You're kidding me? I need more coffee. I'm just gonna sit here and drink coffee. You guys gonna watch me drink coffee? But joy comes in the morning when there's coffee involved, yes. How you doing? There's Karl. Take a sip of coffee. Are you saying hi, Karl? When I kind of finger swatched them the first time. Oh my gosh. Karl. The joys of having a French bulldog. I can't do anything with that. And you can't stop that. Here. Karl's back. What you want, boy? Yeah, thanks. See what I deal with? It's not kids, it's dogs. Line without giving like a super I don't know what I'm trying to say. Woo! Getting crazy over here. I forgot my lipstick. I'm going to use my NYX Liquid Suede Matte Liquid. No, I said liquid already.